Welcome. This practice today is all about allowing and accepting. And we're going to begin in a child's pose. And you won't need any specific props or anything for this unless you want to use a block or something else, that's fine. We're going to settle into a child's pose. Maybe bringing your big toes together and your knees mat width apart. You can start to settle your forehead down on the mat, softening through your chest, and let your forearms rest down onto your mat. And you can take your time to really settle in here. Becoming aware of yourself in space. Becoming aware of yourself in the room or environment that you're in. Maybe noticing some sounds around you. Noticing any smells that might be present. Noticing all the touch points of your body with the earth. Maybe you notice the temperature of air on your skin. Resting into presence. Resting into stillness. Fully supported by the earth beneath you. Beginning to guide your awareness towards your breath. Observing the sensations of breath that moves in and out of your body. Gently rising and falling. Feel ready, starting to lengthen and even out your inhalations and your exhalations, making them a little bit fuller, a little bit deeper. This practice is all about allowing and accepting. By cultivating a sense of openness, we can allow ourselves to be fully present. And the invitation for this practice then is to really welcome in your experience of being on your mat, being in your body. Allowing and accepting every moment, every breath, every movement as it unfolds. Letting everything be just as it is, breath by breath. Maybe from here you want to walk your hands a little bit further away from you, maybe lifting your forearms, making your child's pose a little bit more active, creating some more space in your spine. Beginning to activate your ujjayi breath. Gently contracting the base of your throat as you continue to breathe in and out through your nose. And take 3 more deep breaths here in the center. Inhaling as you find length. And exhale as you melt into the floor, the sitting bones back toward your hips. And take 1 more deep breath here. And full exhalation. And from here, start to come up onto your fingertips, and you can walk your fingertips toward the right side, coming off your mat. You can lay your torso over your right thigh and rest your forehead down again. And stretching through the left side of your body as you keep anchoring through your left hip. And see if you can still keep that connection of your left hip with your left heel. And taking 1 more breath here. And you can move to the opposite side, coming to lay your torso over your left thigh. And keep anchoring and rooting back through your right hip toward your right heel. Maybe feeling a sensation in the right side of your torso or rib cage. And 1 last breath here. And start to walk your hands back through center. And take a full inhale through your nose. And sigh out your mouth, release. And from here, you can start to draw your hands in, roll your spine out. So coming to sit on your heels. You can bring your knees together. And keeping your eyes closed if you like, so to lower your chin toward your chest. And place your hands down on the mat on either side. And as you inhale, start to lift your chin up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, lower your chin toward your chest. Inhale, face tilts up. And then exhale down. 1 more like this. From here, you can start to lower your right ear to your right shoulder. But to walk your left fingertips a little bit further away from you, you can start to feel a nice stretch through the left side of your neck. And notice if you can also start to sink your right shoulder down as well, a little bit away from your ear. Pausing here for a breath. And let's take 1 more inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to roll your chin down and over toward the left side, so left ear lands toward the left shoulder. And maybe you want to walk your right fingertips a little bit further away from you. And now you may be feeling that stretch through the right side of your neck. Again, you're welcome to keep your eyes closed here. Melting your left shoulder down away from your ear as well. Move a little bit with the breath, so take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, roll your head down and across to the right. Inhale, on the right side. And then exhale, rolling down toward the left. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. And then exhale, rolling to the opposite side. Inhale. And exhale. And last time, inhale here. And then you can exhale your head through center, raising your gaze up and opening your eyes. And your next inhale is to raise your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, you can take your right hand down into the mat beside you, or the floor. Inhale, find the length. And then exhale, find a bit of arc shape toward the right. Now stretching through the left side of your rib cage and torso. And soften your left shoulder a little bit if it's crunched up around your ear. Maybe gaze up. And your next inhale, raising up. And exhale, transition to the other side. Inhale, find a length first. And then exhale. And finding that arc toward the left. And gazing up toward the sky. Notice if you're arching your back here, and start to glide your tailbone down, hug your lower ribs in. And the next inhale, rising back up through center. And then exhale, release your hands in front of your heart space. We're going to transition to all fours. So if you have sore knees, definitely take a blanket or something. Add a little bit more padding underneath your knees. And setting up with your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, long neck. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. As you breathe in, start to drop your belly, tilt your pelvis out, lift your heart. Maybe gaze up. And then as you exhale, press the ground away, draw your chin towards your chest. Navel to spine as you round your back. And breathing in to arch. And breathing out to round. You're welcome to move like this, or maybe there's another way you want to move here. Anything that wakes up your spine, you can still stay connected to your breath. We'll do 2 more breaths here. And then coming back to center with a neutral spine. Again, if you moved around a little bit, check the alignment of your knee with your hip, your wrist with your shoulders, and core is engaged. And your next inhalation, start to extend your right leg behind you. You can flex the foot, and extend your left arm in front of you. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, draw your elbow and knee toward each other, rounding your back. So inhale, find length. Press away through the right hand. And exhale, draw in. Breathing in to lengthen. And breathing out. And waking up your core. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, contract. Last one. Now this time, inhale to lengthen. And then from here, you can take your left hand down. You're going to pivot your left shin back, so it's 90 degrees. You can place your right foot down if you want, and inhale, so to rise your right arm up to the sky. Pause here as you exhale. And then inhale, float your arm alongside your ear. Lift your right toes off the mat. And then exhale, you're going to draw your elbow towards your knee. Breathing in, find length. And breathing out, drawing in, keeping that hip open. Length. And draw in. And 2 more. And this time, inhale to lengthen. You can place your foot down on the mat as you exhale, or off the mat probably. Inhale, rising up, so you're on your left shin. And then exhale into gate pose, so your right hand somewhere along your right leg. You can raise your left arm up alongside your ears. You start to bend toward the right. And keep revolving your heart open, maybe looking up. And your right toes are facing forward here. You're going to flow with the breath a little bit. So as you inhale, you're going to rise up, extend your arms out. And then as you exhale, take your left hand down, right arm overhead, right arm lifts. Inhale, we come up to center. And then exhale, gate pose. Inhale through center. And then exhale into this supported side plank. Inhale through center. And then exhale. And we'll do one more. Inhale, rise. And exhale. This time, inhale through center. And then as you exhale, you can spin your hands down, pivot your knees back, landing back in your all fours. Making sure your wrists are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Press the ground away, activate your core. And this time as you inhale, extend your left leg long, right arm in front of you. You can flex your left foot. Notice if you're dropping through your belly, really engage your core. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, knee to elbow. Inhale as you find length. And exhale as you contract. Lengthen. And drawing in. And two more. And this time as you lengthen, inhale. And then as you exhale, you can place your right hand down. Pivot your right shin back 90 degrees. And place your left foot down. And inhale, raise your left arm up. Pause for your exhale. And then as you inhale, you're going to take your arm alongside your ear and start to raise your left leg up. And really flex the foot. And then as you exhale, draw your elbow towards your knee. Inhale into length. And then exhale, contracting the left side of your body. Lengthen, breathe in. And breathe out. Two more. And last time we're going to lengthen. Inhale. And then as you exhale, you can place your left toes down. Inhale, rising up. So you're up over your right knee. And then as you exhale, find gate pose. The left hand somewhere along your left leg. And right arm alongside your ear as you're finding that arc shape toward the left. You can walk your hands a little bit further down if you want. And the heart's lifting, maybe gazing up. And pause here for one more breath. The next inhalation, rise up. And then exhale, right hand grounds, left hand goes overhead, left leg lifts. So inhale into your right shin. And exhale, gate pose. Inhale through center. And exhale, supported side plank. Inhale, center. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more round. Inhale, rising up. Last time, exhaling into gate. Inhale through center. And then as you exhale, you can spin your hands down, circle your right leg back, and you come back into your all fours. And from here, tuck your toes under, walk your hands about one palm print further forward, and then start to lift your knees, straighten your legs, and coming up into a downward facing dog. And you can start to pedal out through your heels here. You're starting to awaken your hamstrings. And so think about really pressing the ground away through your hands. Your hands are firmly planted into the earth. All your fingertips, knuckles, palms are evenly pressing down here. And you're externally rotating your upper arms. So your biceps are moving forward, triceps towards your legs. Hugging your lower ribs in as you keep lifting your hips up to the sky. Drawing your chest toward your legs. Let's pause here for one more breath. And start to bring your gaze forward. And you can slowly walk your feet toward your hands, sitting them hip width, and take a forward fold here. You might like to catch opposite elbows or let your hands dangle. Bend your knees as much as you need to. I always like to find a little bit of a rocking movement side to side. But you're also welcome to stay in stillness. You can also start to move your head, shaking it yes and no if you like. Just noticing what feels good, what your body needs. And releasing your hands if you had your elbows, bend your knees. So to roll up your spine. Stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. Moving all the way up to stand. Meeting in your Tadasana, mountain pose. So your feet can be hip width or feet can be together. Really root down through your feet and draw energy up from the ground. You've got strong thighs, strong core, long spine. The next inhalation, raising your arms up, palms touch overhead. And then as you exhale, start to fold forward. Inhale, draw halfway lift, send your hands on your shins, spine lengthens forward, sitting bones are drawing back. And let's pause for the exhale. And take another breath in. And this time as you exhale, take your hands down to the mat and step back with your right foot, lower your right knee. So your left knee is in front. Inhale, raising up. And then exhale, start to sink into your hips. Imagine you're drawing your hip bones together here. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, take your hands down to frame your front foot. Untuck your back toes and step back. High plank. As soon as that's our first high plank, you're going to hold it for a couple of extra breaths. Just activating all the muscles in the body. Your shoulders are over your wrists here. Heels draw back. Think about sort of doming the upper part of your back. We're avoiding any collapsing through the shoulder blades. Neck is long, core is firm. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you can lower your knees and lower your chest to the mat. Untuck your toes. And then inhale into a baby cobra. Take your hands off the mat. And exhale, lower. Inhale again, baby cobra. Hands off the mat, so you're using your upper back muscles. And exhale, lower. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, press yourself into all fours. And exhale, tuck your toes. Lifting yourself up, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg up high to the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to step your right foot through in between your hands. Lower your left knee this time, untuck the toes. Inhale, raising up, low lunge. And then as you exhale, you're going to start to extend your right foot. So flex the right toes and bring your arms behind you. So inhale, we draw forward, front knee bends. Arms lift. And exhale, arms extend behind you like airplane arms. You're working towards straightening your right leg. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Let's do two more. Inhale. And exhale. And the last time, you're going to inhale forward. And then exhale, you can take your hands down to the mat and tuck your back toes and step your feet forward. And find a halfway lift as you breathe in, lengthen your spine. And forward fold as you breathe out. Inhale, rising up to standing, palms overhead. And exhale, release your hands through heart center, Samasthiti, and then into your Tadasana. Moving to the opposite side. Inhale, raise your arms up, palms connect. Then exhale, bow yourself forward. And find a halfway lift as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you can place your hands down and step back with your left leg this time. So your right knee is forward, untuck your back toes. Inhale into your low lunge. And exhale, sink your hips, so still activating your core. And take another breath in here. And then as you breathe out, take your hands to frame the front foot, untuck the left toes, step back, high plank. Take one inhale here. And then exhale, lower yourself through chaturanga, or maybe all the way down onto your mat. Your choice for back bend, either upward facing dog or cobra as you inhale. And then exhaling your hips to the sky, and downward facing dog. And pause here for one breath. In your next inhalation, you're going to extend your left leg up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, step your foot through in between your hands, lower the right knee this time, untuck the right toes. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half splits with aeroplane arms, bowing forward. Inhale, front knee bends. And exhale, front leg straightens, hips draw back. Inhale, move forward, sink the hips. And exhale, draw your hips back. Inhale. And exhale. One more cycle. Inhale, draw yourself forward. And exhale, take your hands down, tuck your right toes, and step forward, forward fold. And flat back as you inhale. And bow forward, exhale. Inhale, rising up tall. And exhale, slide your hands in front of your heart, releasing into Tadasana. You can step your feet together, bend your knees, sink your hips, and sink into your Utkatasana, and chair pose. Drawing energy through your inner thighs. And take an inhale here. And as you exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then ground your hands, step back, moving through your vinyasa. So high to low plank as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Let's do one round of really classic sun salutation B. So right leg extends up and back, breathing in. And then step your foot forward between your hands, breathe out. Spin the back heel in, warrior one feet. Inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, take your hands back down, and stepping back, moving through your flow. Into chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale your hips to the sky, down facing dog. Left leg reaches up and back, breathe in. And step forward, and breathing out. Ground your back heel. Inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, take your hands back down to the mat. Step back, high plank. Lower through chaturanga, exhaling. Inhale, find your back bend. And then exhale, draws your hips to the sky, and downward facing. You can start to bend your knees from here, look where you're going, and step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, rising up, Tadasana. Inhale, sinking back into your chair. And exhale, fold forward. And flat back as you breathe in. And then ground your hands, stepping or jumping back, moving through your flow. And take your time here, so there's no rush. You can always move at a pace that suits you. Meet in downward facing dog. And take a deep inhalation through your nose. And a full exhalation out your mouth. And stretch your right leg up to the sky as you inhale. And then as you exhale, start to bend the knee and open your hip. You're drawing your right heel towards your left hip. Maybe if you gaze onto your left armpit, you can see your foot there. Notice if you're opening up through your shoulders, keep your shoulders square. And see if it can just be the hip that's open. And either you're going to stay here, or maybe if you want to go into a wild thing, you might shift your weight forward, so bringing your shoulders more over your wrists, and then flip your dog into your wild thing, coming onto the ball of the right foot. You're grounding through the sole of your left foot. Keep lifting your hips, your heart. You're opening up the front side of your body. Take another breath in. And then as you breathe out, start to spin back round, find your three-legged dog. And take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. And spin your back heel in. We're going to inhale, open straight up, warrior two. And as you inhale, you're going to straighten your front leg, reverse your triangle. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend into your front knee, right elbow, left arm overhead, right elbow to right knee. So inhale, straighten your front leg, reverse your triangle. And then exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse, straighten your front leg. And exhale, elbow to knee, left arm floats up. Inhale. And exhale. And this time we're going to stay. And making sure that your front knee is in line with your ankle. Notice if your glutes are really sticking out the back. Maybe you can try and slide your right hip back a little bit so your left hip draws forward a little bit. And still keeping that openness through your chest. And either stay here or maybe take your hand down. Or if you want to engage your core a bit more, maybe extend your arms alongside your ears. So similar to what we did last week with the triangle. And either stay here again, or maybe you want to inhale, raising your torso up. And then exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, pausing here. And stay for one more breath. I'm going to transition to half moon from here. If you want, you can take your left hand to your left hip. Your right fingertips land in line with your right pinky toe, about 30 centimeters in front. Send all your weight into your right foot. Start to lift your left leg. So you're working on stacking your hips here and stacking your shoulders. You can keep your hand on your hip or you can take it up to the sky. You can take any variation here that you like. So you could reach around and grab your left foot with your left hand. You could float your right fingers. You could try gaze up toward the ceiling. And we're allowing and accepting whatever happens. So let everything be just as it is. Let's take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're going to circle your left hand down to the ground. And step your left toes back far behind you, so you're in your low lunge. And ground your hands flat and step back into your high plank. So just shift your heels toward the left side of your mat and raise your right arm up. So this option one is to inhale here. And then as you exhale, scoop your right hand down underneath you. Option two, making sure that you've got your right foot stacked in front of your left, is to inhale here. And then exhale, pivot onto both toes, and then scoop your hand under. So inhale, we open. Then exhale, we draw the hand down under the ribcage. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, open. And then exhale, circle your hand down. Either press yourself back, downward facing dog, or move through a vinyasa. And take your time. Move with your body, always guided by your breath. And preparing for the left side. So inhale, stretch your left leg up to the sky. And then exhale, nice scorpion tail. So bending your left knee, left heel is moving toward your right hip. Maybe look under your right armpit and see if you can see your foot. Your shoulders are still parallel to the earth, just your hips that are opening. And you maybe stay here. If you want, wild thing, start to shift your weight forward a bit. So your shoulders move forward over your wrists, and then flip your dog. So coming onto the ball of your left foot. You anchor down through your right foot. And creating as much space through the front side of your body as you can. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, transitioning back through, find your three-legged dog. And inhale here. And then exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. And spin your back heel inwards. On the in-breath, rising up, warrior two. Inhale to reverse your triangle, leaning back. And then breathing out, left elbow, left knee. Right arm sweeps up alongside the knee. Inhale, reverse. Straighten the front leg. And exhale, side angle. Reverse. And side angle. And pausing here. Again, option one. Option two, if you want to take your hands down. If you want to work a little bit with your core, you might extend your arms alongside your ears. Opening through your chest. And again, you could stay here. Maybe breathing in to raise up. And breathing out, moving down. Inhale, lift. And exhale. And one more round. And pausing here. One more breath. And preparing for half moon, take your right hand this time to your right hip. You can bend into your left knee. Look down as you place your left fingertips in line with your left pinky toe. Then to send your weight forward into your left foot. You're raising your right leg up. Flex your right foot so you're starting to stack your hips. Raise your top arm. If that's available for you. If you want to take it a little bit further, you could grab your right foot with your right hand. If you want to test your balance more, you might float your left fingertips off the mat. I'll stay for one more breath. Another inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your hips facing forward, right fingertips to the ground, and step back. Ground through your hands, and then you're going to step back into your high plank. And this time your heels are going to go toward the right, and your left arm is going to rise up. And either you're going to stay here, as you inhale and exhale, lower, scoop your left hand underneath your hips. Or otherwise, make sure that your feet, your top leg is stacked in front of your bottom foot. So you're going to inhale, and then exhale, pivot onto both toes of your foot, and you're going to scoop your left arm up. So inhale to open. And then exhale, scoop under. Hips parallel. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Breathing out. Inhale, find length, openness. And then exhale, take your hand to the ground. Maybe moving through chaturanga. Maybe moving straight back, downward facing dog. I'm going to pause here for 3 deep breaths in your downward facing dog. Feel free to exhale out your mouth if you like. And then the next inhalation, take your right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, round your back, and then step your foot forward. You can step your back foot in a bit, spin your heel in, and raise up, bring into a shortened warrior one. And release your arms, straighten your front leg. You've got about 1 meter between your feet. Make sure your feet are on train tracks rather than directly in line with each other. You can either find a reverse prayer behind you or catch opposite elbows. Inhale and center. And then exhale, start to extend the spine forward. Pause halfway. The right hip draws back, left hip is drawing forward. And you could stay here. Or if you can still keep some length in your spine, you might lower it a little bit more as you exhale. Next inhalation, rise back up. Place your hands on your hips. And then exhale, step forward, balancing on your right foot. You're going to explore a dancer's pose. You're on your right foot. You're going to catch your left foot from the inside or the outside. And draw your knees parallel. Your knees are drawing together here. Inhale, start to rise your right arm, find length here. And then as you start to draw your heart forward, feel yourself kicking into your back leg. And you might stay here. This could be your baby dancers for today. Or if you want, you might keep kicking into your leg as you keep finding that back bend, that space through your chest. So think upward facing dog in your chest. You can take this as deep as you want to take it. Bringing your hand to the gaze of your eyes. Staying for one more breath maybe. And then when you're ready, you can slowly step out and shake it out. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, fold forward. Flat back, breathe in. And stepping back, chaturanga as you breathe out. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Next inhalation, extend your left leg up. And then as you exhale, draw your left knee toward your nose. Round your back here, hug the knee in. And then step your foot forward. You can step your back foot in a bit. And baby warrior one, and rising up, inhale. And then exhale, straighten your front leg. Make sure your hips are facing forward. There's about 1 meter between your feet. You can always step your back foot in a little bit more. And then either taking opposite elbows or reverse prayer. Breathe in, find length in your spine. And breathe out, fold halfway. Can you draw your left hip back, right hip a little bit further forward, so evening your hips. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, maybe if you can keep length in your spine, folding deeper. This helps to open up the shoulder blades as you draw them together. And of course the left hamstring. And your next inhalation, rising up. Bring your hands onto your hips. And then exhale, step forward onto your left foot. You're going to catch your right foot this time with your right hand, either on the inside of the foot or the outside. Think of your hips like headlights, which are squaring forward. Bring your right knee towards your left knee and inhale, left arm rises. And then as you exhale, maybe start to kick into your back leg as your torso draws forward and up. And you might stay here, maybe exploring kind of baby dancer's pose. Or maybe you start to kick further into your back leg. You start reaching your chest further forward. And again, like I said last time, think upward facing dog in your chest. We're not folding forward, not like in Bikram. And keeping that back bend here. Hips forward. Maybe take one more inhalation. And exhale, Release. And shake it out. You can step your feet together. And maybe for this vinyasa, you want to close your eyes and really move intuitively, moving in time with your own breath. Feel free to start whenever you're ready. Kneeling back and downward facing dog whenever you get there. And from here, as you inhale, come high on your tippy toes and roll your spine forward, shoulders over wrists, high plank. And then as you exhale, place your forearms down, coming into your forearm plank. So your shoulders are over your elbows. Your forearms are parallel with each other, palms touching. Notice if your hips are quite hiked up. If you can keep them in line with your back, heels draw back. Just holding for 5. Pressing the ground away. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can lower your hips. Untuck your toes. You're going to land in Sphinx pose. And elbows under your shoulders. Drawing your heart forward. And take one more inhalation. And then as you exhale, you can widen your elbows. You come to place your forehead down. And prepare for one round of locust. Just have to bring your arms alongside your body. Palms are going to face down. Press your forehead onto your mat. But to activate your thighs, you feel your kneecaps lift. Root down through your hip bones. Core is engaged. And then the next inhalation, start to lift your head, your chest, your arms, maybe your feet off the ground. And think about drawing your shoulder blades together. Imagine you're reaching back for your feet with your arms as your legs lengthen back. So think length more rather than height. Drawing your shoulder blades together. Take one more inhale. And exhale, soften. I'm going to do one more back bend here. So that could either be a locust again, like we just did. And if you feel open and you like to try a bow pose, you can start to catch your ankles. You can catch your ankles and flex your feet. You can catch the tops of your feet. Again, place your forehead down. And then start to root again through your hip bones. Activate your core, so draw your belly away from the mat. And then as you start to press your feet back behind you, your chest's naturally going to start to lift up. So you're finding that opposing motion of drawing your feet away from you. And maybe you stay here. Maybe your thighs start to lift. And keep pressing your feet away from you. That's going to help you to lift your chest. And keeping your knees in line with your hips, so not too wide, not too narrow. And take one more inhale. And then exhale, lower down. You can make a pillow with your hands. Just rest here for a moment. Rock your hips a little bit from side to side. And then place your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, press yourself up, all fours. And then exhale, slide your hips back in a child's pose. Maybe you want to have your knees wide, arms long. You could also bring your knees together and make a little ball. Just observing any sensations in your body. Observing your breath. Noticing what's there. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Whenever you're ready, you're going to find your way back into your downward facing dog. And you can either stay in your downward facing dog for a couple of extra breaths, or if you like, maybe flowing through a final vinyasa. If you can take it really slow if you're doing your vinyasa. Exhaling through chaturanga, elbows in. Breathing in to expand your chest. And breathing out to lift your hips back up to the sky. And so to bend your knees from here, look forward. We're going to step or jump, crossing the ankles. So bring your sitting bones down, take your legs long. And cross your right leg over your left leg, so the sole of the right foot is down. You either stay here, or bring your left heel in toward your right hip. And see if you can get both of your sitting bones grounded here. And then you can place your right hand down behind you. Inhale, raise your left arm. And then exhale, twist toward the right, hooking your left elbow around your right leg. You can also use your elbow to hug the leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, deepen. And one more breath here. And gently coming back through center. You can start to slide your right foot towards your left hip. So now your knees are going to be aligned. Your feet are going to be kind of on the knife edge of both feet. Knees stacked, they might be quite high, maybe they're really low. Inhale in the center. And then exhale, you're going to start to fold forward. Again, keeping both of your sitting bones grounded. Shoelace pose. Quite intense for the hips. And one more breath here. And your next inhalation, rising up. And then as you exhale, you can bring your hands behind you and switch your legs. You're going to start with the left leg crossed. You can also stretch your right leg long if you prefer. You're grounding through the sole of your left foot, both sitting bones down. Your right hand behind your sacrum, behind you. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, you twist toward your bent knee. You can hook your right elbow outside your left knee if you like. Or hug it in with your elbow. And you're lengthening on out in breath. And finding depth with our out breath. And one more breath here. And inhale, coming back through center. And you're going to slide your right foot. You might want to grab it with your hand. Bring it closer, your left foot rather, and your left foot closer to your right hip. So as much as you can, you're stacking your knees here, and both your feet sort of on the knife edge of both of your feet. You could also stay here if you like. This might be intense enough. If you want a little bit more sensation, you might inhale, find the length. And then exhale, maybe start to walk your hands a bit further forward. And bring your torso closer toward your left knee. You're going to welcome in whatever experience, whatever sensation is happening for you. Without judgment, simply opening up, making room for your experience, whatever that might be. And slowly start to rise up again. You can extend both legs in front of you. Inhale, sweep the arms up alongside your ears, find length. And then exhale into Paschimottanasana. Bring your torso towards your legs. And bend your knees if you like. And so to fold forward. And seated forward bend. And tilting our pelvis forward here. So rather than rounding our lower back, reaching for our toes, it's better to bring in a bend of the knees so you can fold. And pausing for one more breath. Inhale, rise back up. And on your out breath, a long, slow out breath, let you roll down onto your mat. Just find a happy baby pose. You can catch your feet from the inside or the outside. And the soles of your feet up toward the sky. You notice your lower back really floating off the mat. Maybe grab your ankles. You could even grab your knees. Try to keep the tailbone grounded. And drawing your elbows toward your armpits. And doing whatever movement here you like. Maybe that's rocking side to side to massage your lower back. You could also extend one leg or both legs. Just play a little bit. Gently releasing your legs back down. If you have a wall handy, we're going to extend our legs up. So take a really gentle inversion. If you don't have a wall, you can simply raise your legs up and they can be a little bit bent. Or if you do have a wall or even a surface, you might shuffle yourself a little bit closer to that. And then let your legs extend up the wall. And really let yourself sink into relaxation now. A really gentle inversion, a moon inversion. And activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest function. Can you let yourself open into this present moment? Letting yourself really be here in your body, on your mat. Thoughts come up and try and take you somewhere else. You can guide yourself back to the present moment by bringing yourself back to your breath. Letting everything be just as it is, breath by breath. You're welcome to stay here for your Shavasana. Whenever you are ready, you can start to lower your legs. And transition in our final resting pose. Letting go of any controlled breathing. And closing your eyes if you haven't already. Resting into being. allowing yourself to be right here, right now, just as you are. I'm going to leave you with the final stanza from Mark Nepo's poem, Accepting This. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Accepting this, you can do everything and go anywhere. And slowly starting to invite in some deeper breaths again. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe taking a full body stretch if you like. You can take your time, bringing your knees in towards your chest and rolling to your right hand side. And gently using the help of your left hand, come to press yourself up to a seat. Either cross-legged or kneeling. And see if you can keep your gaze soft or eyes closed if you make that transition. When you get there, bring your hands in front of your heart space. Anjali Mudra. And taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for practicing yoga today. And acknowledging your body for everything it allows you to do. We'll seal the practice together with a single cleansing breath. Take a deep inhalation through your nose. And sigh, release out your mouth. And gently bow your head toward your heart. And bowing into that open space. And heart allowing and accepting whatever is here. honoring yourself and the teacher within you. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Peace.